Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Whenever you hear this message, I pray that you're poised to receive, to accept, and to respond to words of wisdom. Ashe. So today I want to share a lesson with you on balance. Balance. Balance in general requires three elements at least. You got to have two elements that are equally have equal weight or comparable weight, and then you got to have something that will sustain those two and will bear the tension of those two. And you think about the scales, you got something on the left side and something on the right side, and the tension that's created between those two is being borne by the whatever that crossbar is that's holding them up. It's a great symbol for understanding this particular lesson, and I want to apply it today to overthinking and overdoing, those being the two major variables, right? If you're like me and most people, you have grappled with striking a balance between overthinking and overdoing. And when I was thinking this lesson through, and I considered all the times in my life when I was either overthinking or overdoing, there's a lot of different variables, right? I might have been cooking and I was overdoing it with a certain spice. I might have been drinking and I was over drinking. I had too much of this gin, right? I was overthinking. Right? I'm at work and this is my project. I'm the head of the project, and I'm thinking about what this person is going to say and what my boss will say about that. I'm overthinking it, right? And the thing that all of those different scenarios have in common, though, is that the more clearly I understand and know the environment, the easier it is for me to recognize when I'm overthinking something. The easier it is for me to recognize I'm overdoing something. I know the recipe really well. I know these people very well. I know this discipline really well. It doesn't take long for me to realize, oh, I don't need to give this any more thought. Or, you know what? That's good. I don't need to do any more with that. I hit it. It's perfect. I know what's going to happen next, right? But if I don't know the environment, I don't know the context, I don't know the variables, I'm not clear about the outcomes, then it's easy. It even seems natural and intelligent for me to think, overthink, and then think some more and overthink. You know what I mean? It just, they go together. My level of insecurity is going to match my overthinking or my overdoing. Okay, and in my work, I've seen that with a lot of other people, which is why I'm sharing this lesson with you today. The remedy for overthinking and overdoing then is environment. It's really important that you are putting yourself into an environment wherein you are very, very, very familiar with the variables. You're familiar with the system, you're familiar with the process, you're familiar with the people involved, you're familiar with the people who you're serving, the recipients of whatever it is that you're doing, the goods, services. It's important that you constantly are placing yourself in that kind of an environment. Not an environment that's just so familiar that you don't have to think at all and you don't have to do anything at all, but just an environment that is consistent enough with who you are and how you operate, that you can be comfortable and confident that what you're thinking and what you're doing matches. An environment wherein the partners, the group, the community, their goals and their missions are aligned enough with your own values and your own personal vision that that it's reasonable, that you're in the right, you're operating within the proper parameters. Because you've got to be able to think enough to plan and, anticipate what is likely to happen so that you can act. And you've got to be able to do enough to be able to be effective, to create influence, to generate certain kinds of outcomes. And it's your ability to do and then pull back and think and plan and adjust and do that. That's what allows you to enjoy progress. That's what allows you to experience fulfillment and gratification from making a meaningful contribution. So if you find yourself in a situation where you're consistently overthinking and or you're consistently overdoing, I'm going to suggest that you identify some environment, a group, a community. You need to put yourself in some place that is familiar enough, that you know well enough what it's about, what the rules of engagement are, and what the purpose and the goal of that group is, so that you can not overdo it, not overthink, and not overact. And as always, this is a lesson for the leaders. I'm sending this message out to the leaders, the ones who are thinking and the ones who are doing, the ones who are doing and the ones who are thinking. If you want to think and do in ways that will help you to make a more meaningful contribution to your life and the lives of those who you're destined to serve, I want you to find out how Oloye Obafemi Origunwa and the Orisha Lifestyle Academy can help you take your practice and your life to the highest level possible. Visit me at obafemio.com or orishalifestyle.com, and let's start working together to help you live the medicine that will heal your life and heal the lives of those who you are destined to serve. I look forward to working with you. Bye for now. Odabo.